Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well and wanted to go over a new case study for today. And a question we get a lot is about the difference between porcelain veneers and composite or resin-based veneers. And there's actually a lot of differences. And we get a lot of those questions because I think there's a big trend right now towards these composite resin veneers that people tend to go abroad to get. Specifically, we've had a lot of people question when they go if they should get their veneers done in like Turkey or Colombia or Mexico. And one thing I would advise is when people are doing research is to find out if what you're getting is actually porcelain veneers or resin veneers, because there's a very big difference. The resin veneers can be less expensive, but they don't last as long. And I was going to show you a case where someone had these resin veneers and we upgraded them to porcelain veneers. So again, here's a case where our patient, when she was younger, had resin veneers done, or bondings or composite resins done on the fronts of her top teeth that showed when she smiled, and actually some of the bottom teeth. And so what we notice over time with resin veneers or composite veneers, or these veneers that are done in one day where they're immediately placed onto the teeth, is they can look very good initially, but over time, within a year or two, they will stain and they will chip, and then we will probably see more issues with those long term. In this case in particular, what we noticed with the resin veneers over time that she had done when she was younger, which at that point when she was that young seemed like the best situation or best solution, is as we age, or as these composite veneers have aged, we're noticed that they got very yellow over time. They were picking up stain in between the teeth, and they were actually shortening. So these two teeth were the same length at one point when they were first done, and now they're different sizes. So actually this side is actually much shorter than this side. So when we see the stain, when we see the wear on the composite, when we see the discoloration, those are reasons why we wanted to upgrade to porcelain. So some of the advantages of the porcelain veneers over the composite veneers is the porcelain it's just so much more customized and more natural looking. The porcelain looks much more like natural teeth should look. The porcelain will not stain, it will not wear, and it's just so much more stronger and more durable than the composite resin veneers that many people are getting nowadays. So I think if you're considering getting composite resin veneers, one thing you may just have to think about is, yes, you may save money initially, but those composite veneers will either need to be repaired, retouched, resurfaced, or maintained a lot more than the porcelain veneers, and how long they last is probably about a third of how long the porcelain veneers will last. So if we say, porcelain veneers are going to last, 10, 15 years, if not longer, I think with the composite veneers, you're getting a couple of years out of it, but then they'll have to be, again, retouched, maybe redone, maybe the whole thing redone, and so forth. The other consideration with the resin veneers or composite veneers that I see a lot of is immediately when someone does their teeth, they immediately have to do 10 of the upper teeth to match the new bright composite that's being placed on their teeth, and so everything looks more natural and less bulky. But with porcelain veneers and potentially whitening, sometimes, in some cases, if the teeth are pretty lined up and the shape of the teeth is pretty good, we can actually do less teeth over time. Okay, so let's actually go into this case. So this case, we did some upper veneers and lower veneers. Again, this is the imaging with the DSD app by Coachman. And so the idea is we have a color issue, we have a shape issue, we have some staining issue, and we also have this slope of the smile. So actually the edges of the teeth actually look pretty good on this side, but it slopes up significantly on this side. So that side looks much more canted or slanted. So our goal was to even out the smile. This is, again, just the imaging where we just kind of show the patient how good things could look with veneers for before and after, when we change a color, improve the size and shape, and just get everything to match the overall facial features. And here's a little bit closer up look of the design. And so we can see where some of the composite resin had worn down, and we're basically improving the size and shape of the teeth in here and here and here, adding to the edges of the teeth. And you can see how on this side, we're actually trying to increase the length because those front two teeth are uneven. So we're actually gonna make this one, add to this one a little bit more. So the final product will have a level edge, also adding here and so forth. So on a case like this, what we ended up doing is just removing the old composite and cleaning it up, and then taking impressions and then making the brand new porcelain veneers that will go over it. Here it is side by side. Again, just alone with the color change alone, you can see a significant difference just in the brightness of the overall face. And again, we're basically, giving this person a more youthful look, a brighter look, and just a great look with their new smile. You can see a big difference again in color, shape, and how it just fits the face so much better in the after imaging. So here's the actual final result with the porcelain veneers. And so again, here's a good comparison between composite veneers and porcelain veneers. Composite veneers, after many years, will stain, get yellow, wear down, and chip and break. Porcelain veneers, the color that's here will be maintained. Porcelain veneers will not stain like composite veneers will stain. Porcelain veneers will not stain, so this color will be maintained for many, many years. Also, the shape, the look, the edges, all of that will be preserved long-term versus a composite veneer, which will look good initially, but then after just a few years, we'll start to see more and more issues. If you want to go with the best solution, the most long-lasting, the best looking, the best value, the best result for your smile, if you're considering veneers, I would consider doing porcelain veneers over composite veneers.